Welcome back, everyone, to the United Kingdom Speedrunner Gathering Spring 2021. We have TaintedTali here to show off 102 Dalmatians, puppies to the rescue, all levels inbound. Tali, take it away.
Thank you so much. My name is Tali, and I'm going to show you 102 Dalmatians, Puppies to the Rescue. Category we will be doing today is all levels inbounds, and I have a commentator with me to help talk about the game as I'm focusing on trying to do it as fast as possible. Tofu, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Tofu8. I also run this game in a different category, but I run the all puppies category for 102 Dalmatians.
Alright, and I'm just gonna get right into it because time starts when we do take control of Domino, which is the puppy that you will see first of all, so I'm just gonna skip through a couple of cutscenes so we can get through that as fast as possible, and then once we are in the run, we can start talking about the actual run. So, I have a couple of loading screens and a cutscene.
Your fans have made it into the chat.
Alright, time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, alright, we're starting off with some frame drops, this is awesome. But yeah, this is 102 Dalmatians, which is based off the movie with the same name. But if you have watched the movie, you might realize that it's not actually the same, apart from the fact that, you know, the name and the puppies. But it's a pretty good game, I'm really enjoying this game. I played this a lot as a kid. Oh, there we go. And that's the first level. So yeah, all levels inbounds, we're gonna do all the levels in the game, and we're gonna do them inbound, so there's no out-of-bounds clips or anything like that that will break the game, but we have a lot of movement tech instead that we need to worry about.
I was actually going to comment on that and say you'll notice that Tali's spinning and jumping, which is the main movement tech for this game.
Yep.
It's a very much faster than the normal walking speed, so we spend the majority of the game doing that.
Yeah, we need to also make sure that when we do the spinning, the rolling, that we don't try and touch any walls, because if you hit a wall, even if like it's completely perpendicular to you, it will stop your roll. So we're gonna try and avoid that as much as possible. We also have a couple of levels that are gonna be very interesting to see, to put it that way.
Yeah.
So, for now, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, the first three levels of this game are pretty straightforward. Just basic start to finish. The Big Ben level, which is the one after the one that we're currently on, Piccadilly, is where things actually start to become interesting. Which is Big Ben's one of the levels that gives us the most run kills out of all levels of the game.
So it's kind of nice because, you know, having run killers early on is what you want. You do not want to have them late in the game, but don't worry, we have run killers late in the game as well. We have both.
I know Bambi just asked how accurate is this game to the source material. Not at all.
No, not at all.
This game is very much different than the movie.
Yeah, because I honestly don't remember the movie that much, but as far as I know, I don't think Cruella had her own toy collection that she launched in the movie, which is basically the main plot in this one. Because she launched her toys, and the toys, they aren't really doing too well, they're not really selling, I guess, so she decides that, wait, we should have more realistic, lifelike toys. I'm gonna kidnap puppies and turn those puppies into toys. Surely that will work. So that's essentially what happened, and that's why we need to save our puppy family from being turned into toys.
Yes, and actually I looked up because I know we've talked about it before. Oh no, back down.
I usually don't miss that anymore. That's unfortunate. We're off to a great start. First skip of the run and I fail it.
I actually looked up because I know we've talked about it before. The plot to 102 Dalmatians, and it's that Cruella gets quote unquote cured of her addiction to fur coats.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, and Oddball is attempting to get her first spot. Which,
Speaking of Oddball, here's Oddball.
We switched to Oddball here because in one of the Cruella fights later in the game, Oddball talks significantly less than Domino does, which makes the cutscene go a lot faster.
But yeah, we did talk about Big Ben earlier. This is a huge run killers. If I don't talk much and leave it to Tofu, that's why, because I will need to focus. Because if I fall at any of these horizontal parts, that's a pretty big time loss that I would really like to try and avoid.
Yeah, this is probably one of the worst when you get to the top. These giant pillars that are rising and falling. There's a pretty decent split that you can get where you can jump 2 of the pillars at once.
Yeah, I'm not going for it.
Let's
It's
just
too
tell you to go
risky.
for it. You can jump 2 pillars at once. Incredibly risky because if you miss it, you do fall all the way back down to the bottom, and that's another like minute to get back up to the top.
I have gone for it in marathons before and failed, and I'd rather just not.
You're safe than sorry.
But we're not out of the woods yet, because we have more horizontal parts with cogs, and these cogs are kind of slippery, so I'm gonna try my best to not fall off.
Yes, MC Portugal pointed out that Domino is voiced by the star Malcolm in the Middle, Frankie Muniz.
Yes, he is. So this is quite a big budget game. Or
Was
just,
he
I
still-
assume, I don't know how much he costs actually to hire, but I assume that,
He's still a child star at the time, right?
I mean, this was probably his peak, right?
I would assume so. It was like in the middle of Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
Like Big Fat Liars, like getting ready to come out in the theaters.
Exactly. Also, we have Cruella 1 coming up, the first boss fight, and for some reason, Cruella, I guess, doesn't like fruit, so we're gonna throw pineapples at her.
So we roll backwards and bark into the bell to do a cutscene skip there.
Oh, you bark into it? I roll into it.
Oh, do you? I bark into it.
Yeah.
Hey, look, now we learned.
Yeah.
So what this does is it stuns Cruella, so we've basically locked her in a loop where we can just roll into the bell and then launch another pineapple at her, roll into the bell, launch a pineapple. So.
Indeed. So, every time we have done a boss fight, we have a cutscene that we can skip. And now we're getting to Royal Museum, which is the first collectathon of the run. And if you're not already familiar with the game, you're probably going to wonder, wait, how do you know what to do, like where to go? Because all the context clues you need are in the cutscenes, and we skip all of them. But basically, there are a couple of items in this museum that have been displaced, and we need to help Fluffy put them all back in the right place.
Yeah,
So we're gonna start
first
with
is
this
Yeah, the Roman coin, which we'll basically go through each room into the room that it's supposed to go into, I believe, is normally the order that Fluffy's putting us in. Oh, I guess not the scarab. So this next piece is
yeah.
the scarab. So basically, like, all of the items have just gotten shuffled around the museum.
Because they're not letting us leave before we do this, otherwise we would just head directly for an exit like we do in all the other levels.
Fluffy's
So we
being
actually have to kind of play it.
Fluffy's being a jerk and holding us hostage until we get him.
Almost forgot where to go there. It's fine, it's fine. Alright. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward actually, so I don't know if our host has any messages they would like to read. If now, they can go ahead.
Thank you very much, Tali. We have a donation come in. $50 from Jay Kramer, who says good luck on the marathon. Thank you so much for your donation, Jay Kramer, and thank you everyone out there for your donations. We have now hit $2,050. This is now the 5th most donated UKSG in history. The next target for us is summer 2019 at $2,117.
That's incredible. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Alright, and now we're gonna go for... Oh, I didn't quite get it, but it wasn't too bad. Slow boosts. Slow boosts are a pretty big deal with the movement tech in this game. So, I'm trying to go for them as often as I can. It's just basically just rolling at the right time when you're going downhill.
You guys know those the rare donuts that they have in museums?
Yeah, donuts
Like
are a
to
big
them?
thing in museums, right?
No, it's Fluffy was hungry, and in addition to making us collect all of his museum items, apparently we also had to deliver him a snack.
Yeah, you have to get him some lunch as well, but now the door is open and now we can leave, so it's all good. And then we had a burger for ourselves as well before we left. Alright, so now we're in the underground because, yeah, I guess we didn't talk about what exactly we're going. We started in London City because I guess that's where we live. We need to make our way out of the country, or like out of the countryside, rather, to get to Corella's home, to get our puppy friends back. So that's what we're basically doing. We're following a trail to save our puppy friends.
The ships in this level are probably one of the most infuriating enemies of the game.
Oh yeah.
Because they can basically just hit you from nearly anywhere. And
we need to kill these toys, because these are the toys, by the way, that Cruella launched that are not selling well. Oh, I didn't get hit. That's like
Wow,
the first
that
time
was-
ever I
that
didn't
was
get hit. That has not happened before, but it's a good one. No!
Oh.
Well, it's okay. I should not have hit that teddy bear because he opens the secret door and that's time lost to have to look at the door opening, but it's fine. It's fine. It's not a big one, so we can take it. We would go for that in all puppies though, because it does open the door to a puppy. Of course I had to take damage there as well, so it's not a damageless run. Damn.
Nope, time to reset. Run's dead.
Alright, Carnival, I need to focus for this one.
The most difficult level of the game is Carnival, which we are in now. Tali really likes to concentrate during this one. This has killed many a run, and requires a lot of like very complex strategies in order to like pull it off successfully. So what you'll see Tali here, what she'll do is roll directly to the exit, and we will move on to the next level.
It's actually kind of sad because all levels in Bounds are you don't really get to see that level at all, and it's actually a really cool level. So, if you watch someone do all puppies, you get to see a lot more of that level.
It's
but now we're in
probably the
Lower
best
Middle.
level in the game, in my opinion. So much fun.
Yeah, it is. I do love doing that joke every time we do a marathon. But like, oh, this is difficult. No, it's really just movement and nothing else. Like, not even platforming.
Yeah, and the shortest movement of all.
Oh, I'm a bit low on my health now, actually. This is gonna be interesting. I know I can get an extra life, but I'm gonna have to make sure none of these tanks hit me. Because this tank over here usually does hit me. Oh, it's moved. Okay, cool. You moved that away, thank you. Grab that burger for safety. But it should be fine from here on out. Also, to any of you who have dogs out there, your dog operates heavy machinery, right? Because my dog totally does.
My dog also
completely normal.
operates heavy machinery very often.
Completely normal. Nothing out of the ordinary happening here.
Hilariously, this is not the only time in this game that Oddball operates heavy machinery either.
True.
Like,
I have a
twice.
cutscene that I will not skip later on to show you exactly how hilarious this can be. But yeah, we keep making our way out of the city, and now it's time for another boss fight. And once again, we will try to defeat Cruella with fruit. But yeah, I'm gonna let Tope handle commentary while I try to focus on doing this as fast as possible.
So this is probably our most difficult Cruella fight, and is the most RNG based. What Corella's doing is she's going to run around the thing. We can get 2 watermelons here if we set them up correctly, which Tali did.
And this is also the unskippable cutscene.
Yeah, that is the cutscene that we were trying to skip. You can finish this fight early if you can like time a watermelon right to be just perfect and hit her. But we did, that was a really good time for.
That was pretty good, yeah. But yeah, if you play as Domino there in that unskippable cutscene, his line is much longer than Oddball, so that's why we want to be Oddball before we get to this part, so we can save time on that cutscene. But we are back in Countryside, and this is another level where there's not really a lot of significant stuff happening. We're just trying to get through as fast as possible, so again, if our lovely host has something to say, please go ahead.
Yeah, just that we would like to thank ESA for supporting this marathon. Besides providing us with their channel for streaming and for this incredible run, they're also sharing their gear, their technical assistance, and their sponsors. And be sure to check out ESA's next event, Break the Record Live Minecraft, which is happening next weekend, and also Break the Record Live Super Mario Sunshine from the 28th, 30th of May.
Sounds very exciting, honestly. Alright, so now we're in Barnyard, which is another collectathon. So once again, we're not allowed to completely just go to the exit. We have to do a couple of things first. The story here is that Priscilla, the pig you saw us talking to at the beginning, is it's her birthday. And unfortunately, the farmer is really lazy, so she doesn't really get to celebrate her birthday. She is forced to do a lot of chores because the farmer is too lazy to do them themselves. So we're gonna try and help her out because, you know, it is her birthday. She deserves to try and take it easy and relax.
Exactly. You saw Tali go kind of out of her way there to get in a fight with a bulldozer. She did that
As you
on
do.
purpose. We're setting up for a death warp later on in this level.
Yep. We have 2 death warps that we will be doing in this level to save time. So I'm going to go and let him hit me again. Here, where are you? There you go. Thank you.
So,
And this one is can be really interesting. We're about to get the chickens back in the chicken coop, and the chickens are very RNG. They can sometimes cooperate, sometimes not. Sometimes they get stuck in a wall. This is very fun.
oh, that looks so good. If you, it's so.
Oh
cool.
yes. Okay. We're this is good. I just need to get this one back in front of it now. Come on. Can you stop flying, please? Oh, no, okay. This chicken does not want to cooperate. This is what we mean. This chicken is not having a good day. Alright. There we go. Now we are going to make sure that this dozer gets to take all our health points down, because once we die here, it's gonna respawn us right in front of Priscilla the pig, and we can just go from there instead of having to run all the way back. Now we're going here. Because a lot of chores needs to be done. And we need to make sure to not hit that box with the puppy in it, because if you do hit any of the boxes with the puppies in it, they're unskippable cutscenes, so you lose quite a bit of time if you start hitting them on accident. Some of them are really close, and we're gonna take another bit of damage there for the same reason that we're gonna death warp back once we're done here.
Yeah, Oddball really hasn't just learned her lesson that she shouldn't get fight with bulldozer.
Really hasn't. She really hasn't. Yeah, the silo needs to be emptied. I don't remember why. Is it because of tools in the bottom of it or something?
Yeah, the farmer apparently buried his tools underneath all of his grain.
As you do.
Yep, and so we need to get it all out by emptying the silo into the middle of the.
Alright, and now we're gonna death work back to Priscilla. And now for a fun one. Like we said, you know, dogs operate heavy machinery, right? We're gonna do that again. So we're gonna grab first a key to a set of tractor, because apparently there's an outhouse that needs to be demolished, so we're gonna go do that, because that's totally a task for a pig to, you know, offload to a dog. That's just...
We are just the puppy for the job.
Exactly. So that's the cutscene that I'm gonna let play, and I'm gonna let it play out, because I find it quite funny. It's one of my favorite cutscenes in this game, so because it's a marathon, I'm gonna let you see it as well, because I really enjoy it. So, it's right over here, and I'm just gonna be quiet while it plays because the dialogue is kind of funny. But here you go, this is how puppies drive tractors. Totally. Don't need to touch the steering wheel or anything, it's fine.
Honey, there's a strange dog outside, and it's riding my tractor across the yard.
You better not be drinking this early, Herb, or so help me, I'm moving back to my mother's house, and you don't want to see that.
Never mind.
It just tickles me every time.
Classic Irv, always drinking in the morning.
Yeah, there we go. Outhouse is down, and we can go back to Priscilla and tell her that the job is done. And you know what? I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be generous. It is Priscilla's birthday. Normally, this is the last task that we need to do for her to open the door. Well, you know what? Let's give her a birthday present as well.
Hey,
We usually don't do this in a run because, you know, the door is open, but there we go. Let's get her a birthday present, too.
Oh my, you found a present for me. You're my new best friend.
You're easily the kindest speedrunner, Tali.
So much fun.
Most of us are too strong. We would just immediately leave.
Have a great birthday. Now we can leave without feeling guilty that we just completely ditched her birthday presents. But yeah, we were in a barnyard, so totally you expected that the fact that the next level would be an ice festival, right? Because there was so much snow and everything at the barn. Yes, exactly, I knew it.
This is the token early 2000s ice/water level. That's in every platforming video game from the early 2000s.
Gotta have one. Alright, I didn't miss that this time. Excellent. Yeah, for the most part, this level is pretty straightforward as well. We just need to worry about our movements, and there's a couple cycles to consider as well. And hopefully these penguins that are gonna slide down here is gonna be nice to me. Alright, we're good. There you go, another burger, because we should treat ourselves. It's a special day.
That it is. This is
Right.
watching Oddball do the best she can at Solomon. Not too good.
Not too good at all. We need to do that to get to the bottom, but we don't need to hit all the targets. In fact, it's probably slower to hit all the targets, so we really just want to get to the bottom as fast as possible.
We go off to the side here to avoid a cutscene with Jasper.
Yeah. Oh. There we go. And it looks like you maybe need the ice blocks to traverse that path, but you don't, so it's fine. You just go around.
And just
And
like
that's
that,
another
ice
level
level's
down.
done.
And again, you know, it's, you know, it was snowy and stuff. We just went from the ice festival to a castle that is incredibly lush and green. So yeah, it really made no sense why there was just an ice level.
The level designers definitely weren't grasping at straws at this point in the game. They
Not
had this
at all.
planned.
Not at all. Just had to make sure we get that token ice level in. But yeah, for some reason, we're gonna make our way to the top of this castle. I don't remember if there's actually, like, a reason for it, but for another completely valid reasons that totally makes sense, Corella is gonna be waiting for us at the top of this castle. Because, you know, that's I guess she just keeps track of where we are and just follows us around to try and stop us from getting to her house or something. I don't really know.
I actually think it's the other way. I think it's that we're tracking Corella down. I believe. I
That
can't
might be
remember the
it.
plot of this game to save my life, but I believe
That
that's
might be
the way
it.
around.
Like, I know roughly the plot, but yeah, there are some things that they don't really make sense when you start thinking about it.
You know, rough.
But I promise you, it's a good game. Oh yeah.
Hey.
So it was a really good win cycle, actually. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, so this is boss fight time again. I'm gonna try to go for a setup, but I'm probably not gonna get it, but I'll leave Tofu for commentary so I can focus on that.
Sure, I'll try to explain the setup. So, Corella 3 fight is we launch pumpkins, which pumpkins are a fruit, right? Like gourds, into these blocks that. So what
Goes
Tally's
far
doing
back.
here is she's attempting to get Corella on a specific path, so that when we set up the pumpkins for the rest of these, we can immediately get her to come over to the left side. Where we can just pelt her with pumpkins continuously till the level ends. I think you did it?
No,
Nope.
I didn't. No.
Dang.
But it's fine. We got it. We can save this. She's there. Now she's there anyway. It takes a bit longer, but she still gets stuck there, so it's fine.
This game doesn't respect the lore. No, it doesn't.
It really doesn't. And again, once again, Corella's been defeated by fruit. So we're gonna continue making our way towards their house. And now we're in a spooky forest, because I guess she has a spooky forest between the castle and where she lives. But yeah, this is once again just making our way to the end as fast as possible. When I first played this casually, I did not know that you can use these trees to go into them and teleport out in other places of the run. So when I learned to speedrun for this, I was mind blown that this was a thing you could do. But hey, it makes it a lot faster when all you need to do is go directly to the end.
It totally didn't take me 7 or 8 runs to realize that either. I totally knew that straight off the bat.
Yep. So I got lost there so many times. I still sometimes do, especially when I've learned all puppies as well, because you actually do need to take a couple detours for that one to get all the puppies. But now we're in Hedge Maze, which is apparently her backyard, kind of. Because every evil villain has to have, like, a maze in their backyard, I guess.
Naturally, as you do.
As you do.
I mean, what are you gonna do with all of that puppy fur money?
Exactly. Although, I mean, she probably lost a lot of that on her toy escapades that didn't really work out for her, though, so...
That's just bad business, though.
True. True.
Like, you gotta diversify your portfolio, Tally. Like, some goes into puppy furs, some goes into giant hedge mazes.
That is true. That is true. Alright, let's see if we can do this puzzle. Oh, that's unfortunate. There we go. It's not the best RNG for the puzzle, but it's not the worst, so... What was it? This one spawns in like when it appears. Basically, is when it gets set by
Yeah.
RNG. So
Upon it appearing into the level, like popping
Yeah.
in, it sets its RNG then, so you can actually reset the RNG for it by popping it in and out of focus.
Alright, but that was Hedgemaze done, and now we're in Cruella's house. So we are getting close to the end. We're almost there. We have a few more levels to go. So, but it's pretty fun. I hope you've enjoyed the run so far. We're just gonna continue trying to get to the end as fast as possible.
Sadly, Cruella is not within her mansion. We track her all the way down to it, but she is not here.
Yeah, like we run into her so many weird places, like, you know, top of Big Ben and all that, but once we're in her house, nah, nowhere to be seen. Unless that you photo of her counts, I guess.
I mean,
The
you can
statue
count
as
it.
well.
I feel
Alright,
like
so we're gonna go for a
Cruella's the
jump.
type of person who have those like photos with the eyes that watch you.
Hey, we got the jump. Oh, didn't get the puppy.
Good jump!
Oh,
right
wait,
after
what
that.
was
the heck?
that?
I don't know. Did you just moonwalk backwards?
I think I had an invisible collision that I've never seen before. Well, we got the never seen that before out for the marathon, so that's, I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright, so we're at Toy Factory, last full level of the game, apart from the final boss fight. So once again, I'm gonna need to focus because this one can potentially softlock me. If I get really unlucky, so once again, I'm just gonna leave you Tofu to explain what's going on.
Yeah, so this level, similar to Big Ben, has a couple areas, while not vertical, that can kind of reset you back, because it has areas where if you fall off, specifically up here onto these conveyor belts, you have to start back at the beginning of the conveyor belt. And so it can really kind of ruin a run. Additionally, the crushers that Tali's getting ready to go through all have the potential to push you into the ground and soft lock you into the level, at which point you have to restart the level.
Yeah. Luckily it doesn't softlock the entire game, we just need to like quit out of the level and start again, but obviously if you're trying to go for a PB, it's really bad. It's not something you want to happen.
The one that's actually worst about it is the very last one, which is very terrible because you make it so far into.
So I don't
into
think
the
I'm gonna
level
make that one,
to
so I'm
be
just gonna
ruined.
wait for the next one.
Yeah.
It's also a really tricky jump at the end of this, but yeah, these are the last crushers, these are the worst one, very notorious for soft-locking us, but hopefully... Alright, we're good.
Oh yeah, good work.
Whew. We're not gonna soft lock, now we just need to make one of the more difficult jumps in the entire game, because of course you put the most difficult things at the end of the game, right?
So as Tali goes to the top of this air chute here, there are some gears that we can hit buttons for, that she's going to hit one button for, and then not do any of the others because she's going to attempt instead to jump across them and completely skip the last two buttons that are technically quote-unquote required.
I'm already off to a great start. I choked. I don't know what happened. That's not the hard one even. I don't know what happened.
All right, first try. Everybody, nobody saw that first thing, right?
All right, there we go. All right, I'm gonna go for this one. Just give myself some time to set it up and be safe. And we got it. Okay, cool.
Very good.
Alright, so final boss fight time. Time is gonna be at the end of this boss fight. We'll call it more precisely when we get closer to it, but we are getting really close to the end of the run. This time we're not gonna defeat Cruella Fruit, but I'll leave Tofu to talk while I try to focus on getting the correct cycles for this one.
Alright, so how the cycle works. There are 3 phases to this fight. The first, you have to shoot all 8 of the cubes that are going to be rotating around. Tali kind of puts her shield on intermediately there to block the globs of goo that Cruella likes to shoot, as well as the lasers that these robots are shooting. Sometimes
These robots are 100% RNG, by the way, where they show up.
Yeah, the RNG is pretty weird for these robots as well because it randomizes where they'll actually show up in the run. It's nice when you get them to all kind of pop in like right in front of you, but sometimes it doesn't actually happen that way. Got pretty decent. Right.
Still got the good cycle.
So she's gonna stand behind the cannon here, so we can get 2 of the globes, so we can shoot 2 and then spam shoot where the last globe will appear. Get
When
ready
it's
on
3
time.
out of 3, by the way, is when time comes, so we'll try and call it. It's gonna be... now. Time. And that's 102 Dalmatians, Puppies to the rescue. We defeated Cruella. She falls into the gloop, which is what she's been using to make realistic toys. And she gets a taste of her own medicine. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the run.
I actually think had we not done your cutscene, I think that actually would have been a new PB for you.
Really? I don't believe that. No, I don't think that's so. I don't think so. But it was a pretty good run. It was
really
pretty
close
good
then.
Yeah.
Would you like to know your final time tally?
Sure.
On stream, we have it at a 28:18 RTA.
That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that, considering I showed off cutscenes and I had a couple of unfortunate falls. That's really good.
A fantastic one. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Where can these lovely folks find you?
Well, yeah, my name is TaintedTali. I have the same username pretty much everywhere, so you can follow me on Twitch. I speedrun this game, I speedrun this category and all Puppies, I speedrun some horror games. Alan Wake's American Nightmare is a big one I've been doing, and I'm currently learning to do the main Alan Wake game as well. So if that's something you want to see more of, you can go in and follow me. And Tofu, plug yourself as well.
Yeah, I'm Tofu8. I also speedrun this game. Currently, we're speedrunning LA Noire. And I also speedrun some older games that literally nobody's ever heard of, or like games that nobody cares about, like Bratz Rock Angel.
There you go. So if that's something you want to see more of, you can come follow us. And shoutouts to the 102 Dalmatians community as well, because there's a bunch of lovely people in it. And if you do want to pick up this game and come run it yourself, please do. Like, we're all super lovely, I promise. I'm not saying that
great.
because you know, yeah. Community is super helpful to let you know and pick up the game. And we have some good guides, and we have a Discord, so this is a pretty good one to pick up and learn. Even if you're a new rookie speedrunner, I can recommend it.
Thank you so much for that run, Tally, and Tofu for the amazing commentary. Meanwhile, all of you guys watching, do not go anywhere. We are going to be going at the speed of sound next. We've got the miniature Sonic block coming up afterwards. But for now, we're going to go to a quick intermission.